Yeah. Morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Hi, Bart. Andy. Good to see you guys.
Speaking of 30 years, you guys you've been in business over 30 years now. It's amazing. How did that happen?
I know. It's just like it's so fast.
Yeah.
And yet we feel like we're just beginning.
Right.
You know, it's like it's a continuum, right? Where we continue to try and add things to really help the community, and it amazes me, like from 30 years ago when we started, where we are today with all the advancements in technology. And so we really do feel like we kind of just started over again.
Now you're located just out the corner of Horton and Badgley, across from Kelly Express, Horton Road.
Crimson Oak.
Easy to find.
Yeah, Crimson Oak.
Yeah.
Great neighbors.
Yeah. And you've got, and I know I've been there.
Mm-hmm.
And you always have the latest and greatest. You're one of the first adopters when it comes to technology and new ideas. And it seems like you do a lot of traveling to get to stay up on all the latest in chiropractic.
Yeah, without a doubt, it's there's so much. There's so many ways to help people naturally, without drugs, without surgery, and so we try and integrate our core premise, which is really the body's ability to heal itself. And so everything that we do is really designed to get the body in a state to really heal itself. So we don't do any of the healing, we don't claim to, but the idea is we're setting the body up for success and getting the cells in really a healthier state. So it's exciting how technology is it's on our phones, right? We have all kinds of diagnostic technologies, but it's really helped us to integrate very low force care, but very highly effective care in order to really revitalize tissue, revitalize cells, and ultimately really, again, get the body in a state to heal itself. So, which it's designed to do, right? We're designed to be healthy. And unfortunately, stress attacks the nerve system, and that is what really causes virtually every health issue that we know of today.
Chiropractic care is so important in athletic performance and recovery. We see college teams, high school teams even, but performance is a key part of your practice. Want to get people performing to the best of their ability, and in order for that to happen, they have to feel right.
Oh yeah, and it's not just feel right. It's also it's performance. It's how is it, because we can have no pain and still not really, the brain's really not connecting with every cell in the body appropriately. So people don't have to have pain or like something that's keeping them out of the game right away. They can just have subtle misalignments that ultimately affect how the brain is connecting to all the body parts, and that affects performance.
And you mentioned stress. I don't know one person that doesn't have stress.
Right.
Do you know anyone that doesn't have any stress?
Everyone has that.
You know who's got a lot of stress right now? Ja Morant.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Well, he's one of the best NBA players, and he was caught with a gun and stuff.
Of the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably could use a visit or two from you.
There's probably
I'm telling
something
you.
going on.
There's probably some
Actually,
disconnection.
Dr. Penn works with a lot of athletes.
A
In
lot.
fact, you've had like a tent at PGA.
Oh, we've so I'm still a part of the PGA Tour medical team. It's just a group of doctors chiropractors that were trained to really take care of those guys at a high level, and so they have a trailer that travels around with the tour, and so it's been some time since I've been in there, but the idea is that those athletes, especially high level, these guys they're not necessarily maybe complaining about pain a lot, but they want to maximize their human potential. So chiropractic fits right in there by really organizing the body and getting the brain and really connecting to virtually every cell. So these guys are getting treated multiple times a week. They have, and they have to. You think about the repetition that they're going through and one-sided sports, and so they can, interestingly, after a weekend, those guys, they can get out of balance, you know, and so they're constantly trying to stay on the leading edge of their own health care. If you look at the tour players today, compared to if you're watching them walk down the fairway, what their posture looks like compared to even
Right.
10, 15, 20 years ago, right? So it's all about maximizing human potential, and posture is the window to the spine, ultimately the window to the nerve system. That's why you see them, really in good posture. Not only just walking down the fairway, but when they're over the ball, right? Those kinds of things.
You
So-
don't have to be a pro athlete. I mean, there's plenty of us that are around here that golf 7 times a week, probably as
Right.
much as a PGA Tour player.
Right.
But I know you work with a lot of local golfers. You work with high school athletes in all sports. What's a good age to maybe make an appointment to come see you?
So it's a great question. It's like when is it? Is it never
Yeah.
really too early to start?
Okay.
So we take infants right from day one, and we can check them very gently. And you think about, this is something that's been missed, right? I mean, as a global event, is to have the spine and nerve system checked right from birth.
Right.
But everyone really should be checked. So we check the eyes, the ears, the nose, the throat, the reflexes, the
Yeah.
APGAR score. But who's really checking the spine and nerve system on every infant, right? So it's coming.
Yeah.
It's evolving. There's chiropractors that are in midwifery, hospital settings, delivery rooms. So it's really never too early to start. But when we're talking about athletics, as soon as they start, when they start learning to walk, what happens to kids? What are they doing?
Fall.
Yeah, falling thousands of times, right?
Right.
So if we're checking them early, we can prevent all kinds of things. And you'll hear things like, I'll hear things like, I just have a clumsy daughter.
Right.
She's just clumsy. Well, why? Why is that? So we typically will check them. We'll find misalignments. We can get them adjusted and get them aligned, get the brain talking to the body. Now they're performing better already. So they're preventing injury rather than, waiting for an event to happen, and then we
Right,
start care.
Right. Don't wait for the pain, right?
Right, exactly. That's really kind of that's the model that we really
Yeah.
live in.
Can people actually graduate from a care plan or regimen from Penn Chiropractic?
Yeah, so we have this wellness club, right? So half of our practice are people that are feeling great all the time, and they're coming in, they're thinking well, they're moving well, they're sleeping well, they're eating well, their moods are in a better space because they're feeling well, right? So after a certain course of care, typically, if someone comes to us, let's say they're in their 30s, they've never been checked. So imagine the stress that's accumulated in that person's physical, chemical, emotional well-being over the course of 30 years, right? So when they typically start, we have to see them multiple times to really get the rhythm down, right? And then once they get well, which is sometimes weeks, sometimes a few months, but once they get into that wellness model, we have this graduation where people are just staying well and they're just getting checked a couple times a month, and they're feeling great all the time. So
It's a cool culture you guys have built over there.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. It really is. We have an amazing group of patients, and they're a part of it. They share their success with friends, family, and those things are like our patients are like our foot soldiers, right? Because they kind of get some things that maybe the rest of the community isn't really fully aware of. So that's really kind of why we're here too, is to really try and help the community understand even what we do.
Great things happening at Penn Chiropractic Center. Again, amazing over 30 years. And Randy, you just look 30. So thanks so much for being with us. And you're going to join us quite a bit over the next several months. And we're looking forward to learning about more areas of chiropractic care in this community. So we look forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing the show. It's going to be good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Randy Penn, Dr. Randy Penn from Penn Chiropractic Center. More of the morning show right after this quick break.